We go to Canberra now as Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull addresses the public with an important message.
Let's go live to the PM from his office at Parliament House. Good morning, Prime Minister.
Good morning to you, David Campbell, and to you, Ita Buttrose, you national living treasure. Can I just say right off the top, I've had a terrific morning on the rower with Christopher Pyne. We worked ourselves into a lather. I've had my morning smoothie of goji berry, kale and cacao. And I want to say to you, David, before we move any further, congratulations on behalf of all Australians on winning your Helpman Award. If ever somebody embodied Robert Helpman, it's you. Well done.
Prime Minister, thank you so very much. Now, let's start with domestic affairs. The Super Saturday by-elections are nearly upon us. Your thoughts on those?
Well, a week on Saturday, of course, Australia, or 5 electorates, go back to the polls for the Super Saturday by-elections. And I've got to say that they're all held by Labor or some other parties that are irrelevant. And so all we can do is win. It's a no-lose situation for the LNP, and I only have to remember one thing on Super Saturday, and that is when I go to the electoral polls and I'm offered a sausage from a sausage sizzle, I have to eat it from the side. Because it's unfair. You can go to your Bunnings and you can have a sausage sizzle and eat it from the end. But sure enough, if I eat it from the end, there'll be some paparazzi lurking, ready to snap me as I've got my mouth open, engulfing the Kransky, as it's just kissing my lips there with sauce and hot fat dribbling off my chin. And I'll be on the front of the paper, and it'll look terrible. And there'll be some headline like, Turnbull blows it at the polls or something like that associated with that. So I've got to remember, on Super Saturday, sausage sizzle, bite it from the sides.
Talking about polls, the latest news poll results are in. You've widened your lead over Bill Shorten. You're the preferred PM by 19%. That must be a good feeling.
Isn't it terrific, Ita? I'm as popular as you are. People love me, and they'll hold me close to their bosom, Australians. 48% to 29, that's 19%. And a poor little tit Shorten, and that's what I call him because he's got those little wobblers when he jogs around. I feel sorry for him because I'm pantsing him. If we were playing pool, he'd have to run naked around the table. I mean, I'm decimating him. I'm taking him down to Chinatown, as they would say. I feel like the school bully that's giving him an atomic wedgie. I've reached into the back of his trousers. I've got some underpants. I've pulled them right up and over his head to give him a sniff of himself. It's terrific stuff.
Prime Minister, on to international headlines. And as you saw this morning, President Trump has just met with Russian leader Vladimir Putin. That was in Helsinki. Such a historic occasion. Would you care to comment on this this morning?
Well, absolutely I would. 2 world leaders, I mean, they're very powerful men, but really they're very hard to look at, aren't they? I mean, Putin looks like he's been really overdoing it with the Botox. He's got the Botox swell on there, and talk about World Cup, his head's turned into a soccer ball. And I mean, they really do love to bump chests, these 2 gorillas, don't they? And I think that when it comes down to it, when it boils down, I think Trump is in Putin's pocket and they just go behind closed doors and have a couple of schnapps together. I'm worried about that relationship. And of course, I look at Melania too, Trump's wife, and she looks like she's something from Weekend at Bernie's. The glasses are on, expressionless, they're just pushing her around. I'm worried about Melania, I can say that to you. Of course.
Of course.
Just to change the subject, football fans around the world are rejoicing following France's win in the FIFA World Cup, particularly your good friend, President Emmanuel Macron. Was he excited? Yes. Was he excited about the win?
Well, wasn't he very excited? Excitable little Frenchman, and I do like Emmanuel. Of course, him and his wife stayed with Luce and I, and he described Lucy as delicious. And so we're right behind the French every step of the way. Vive la France, egalitaire, fraternity, and liberty. And I love French products, as does Luce. We love escargot, croque monsieur, foie gras, Sartre, champagne, and that other great French product, African footballers. I mean, they have done a terrific job and good on them. Congratulations on winning the World Cup to them. Vive la France!
Prime Minister, we've only got time for one more question, but I wanted to ask you, there's been recent legislation passed about, I believe it's impersonating politicians. What do you make of this?
Well, we have to stop people impersonating politicians, and to that end, I need to say to you, David, And to you, Ita, I'm sorry to let you down, but I'm not actually Malcolm Turnbull. I'm just comedian Lawrence Mooney. I know I had you fooled all along. I'm just painting my hair white and holding glasses quite officiously. So, yeah, I just need to tell the people of Australia I'm not Malcolm Turnbull. But boy, I enjoy speaking like him because he likes pronouncing all of the letters in all of the words. Good on you.
Oh, well, you were brilliant, Lawrence.
It's one of
Thank
my
you very
favourite
much for
things of
joining
the
me
year.
here in the lodge.
It's
not
just-
even the lodge, just a cupboard somewhere.
You must go check out this the Facebook page that Lawrence has, but you must go see the show too. It's an evening with Malcolm this September. For more info and tickets, head to lawrencemooney.com. Mate, you are absolutely crushing it. It's my favourite thing of 2018, you doing this. Thank you so much.
Good on you. Bye now.
Bye now.